pada saat itu.
So I didn't say anything about the business, and then it just so happens, not a coincidence, but the way life works is about 6 months later, I saw him again.
Secara tidak sengaja, 6 bulan selepas itu beliau bertemu dengan Anthony Powell, dan pada majlis perkahwinan itu tiada perbincangan bisnis dijalankan.
And he was walking by. We got to talking. I sampled him on the product. He liked the product, and a couple days later, he walked into the Vemma store and he bought some product. And they asked him who told him, and he said Matt Morrow, and he signed up. And I never even talked to him. He just signed up by accident.
Saya berasa iri hati ya. Ya, iri hati apabila menceritakan ini, saya geram. Okay. 6 bulan selepas itu, beliau bertemu dengan Anthony Powell, okay, dan bertemu member-member, dan beliau memberi cuba produk, okay. Dan selepas itu, secara tanpa pengetahuan Matt Morrow, Anthony Powell pergi ke gedung Vemma dan membeli produk, dan karyawan Vemma bertanya, siapa yang memperkenalkan Matt Morrow, dan terus Anthony Powell sign up, beli, dan terus menjalankan bisnes tanpa menghubungi Matt Morrow. Di sini saya melihat kejujuran dan juga natural semula jadi diri.
Yeah, what he said. I think so much of our business is just energy, and if you have good energy and you work as often as possible to have good energy, understand. I have my bad days like the next person, but I do my best to be good energy for people and to help people, and I mean well, and I believe that good things happen if you have a vision and your brain knows you're never going to give up, you will get lucky. If you never quit, eventually you can just get lucky and make a lot of money. But also work hard, talk to people, sample the product, come to all the meetings, come to all the events, listen to the CDs. It's all the basics apply, but a lot of it happens on an unconscious level. If your subconscious mind knows that you're never going to quit, it will help you be successful.
Jika kita tidak berputus asa, semua perkara yang baik, semua perkara-perkara yang luar biasa akan semula jadinya, akan secara natural akan terjadi kepada diri kita. Okey, yang paling penting jangan lihat akan perkara yang negatif, lihat perkara yang positif, okey? Dan saya biasa bercerita kepada orang yang baru, promosi event dan follow up pasti akan sampai masa kejayaan tersebut.
Okay. And then thank you Hasrul for that.
Pakai bahasa Indonesia ya?
Aku mau tanya tapi pakai bahasa Indonesia. Kan tadi katanya si Anthony Powell itu kan dia akhirnya jadi member tanpa sepengetahuan Matt Morrow.
Iya.
Saya mau tahu sekarang statusnya tetap di bawahnya Matt apa di bawah yang lain-lain gitu.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I personally enrolled. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. His first month, he went ambassador. Second month, star ambassador. This is his third month, and he might hit royal ambassador third month.
Dia merupakan direct sponsor, okay, Mr. Matt Morrow. 1 bulan yang pertama 500 cycle, bulan yang berikutnya 2,000 cycle, dan sekarang mungkin 3,000 cycle. 3 bulan aja.
So yeah, I mean that's just happened, and better to be lucky than good, I would say. Anyone else have another question? Any other? Yes, in the back. Can you give her this for me?
Terima kasih, mungkin saya dalam bahasa Indonesia aja supaya semuanya bisa mengetahui. Di Indonesia sangat berat untuk menduplikasi atau habit. Jadi bagaimana sih membangkitkan PM kita atau tim kita supaya mereka seperti apa yang kita lakukan. Terima kasih, itu aja.
You got me stumped there.
The question is, how to make our brand partners who are signing up with us to become like us, have the same vision and have the same duplication as us, to be successful. Because Diamond Tutik said, not in Indonesia all want to be like us. This is exactly the question.
Right. I mean, the same problem in the United States, same problem in Europe, same problem in Africa, same problem in Mexico. So it's not, you don't ever make excuses. Again, I mean, not that you're making excuses, but I'm just saying, generalize, don't, because it doesn't do you any good to convince yourself that possibly there's something that has to do with where you are that prevents you from getting what you want. Even if something is true, I wouldn't believe it if it interfered with my vision. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yang paling penting sekali, perkara itu pokoknya terjadi sama saja di US, sama saja di Malaysia juga, di mana-mana semuanya terdapat orang sedemikian. Jangan kita menyebut di Indonesia, semuanya di Malaysia, semuanya di US tidak mau bersama dengan saya. Jangan fokus akan perkara tersebut, kerana di dalam majoriti itu terdapat mereka yang seperti kita.
And that's my primary thing I want to say. I just watch the beliefs that you create in your mind. Be really careful. If someone tells me that people don't have money, my belief is lots of people have money. If someone tells me that people are skeptical, I don't have that belief. I have a belief that millions of people are looking for an opportunity. I bet you there's a million people in Indonesia right now that last night or this morning prayed for an opportunity, that God would send someone to help them. I look for those people, so I just develop beliefs that support me. But that's just my core philosophy. It doesn't really answer your question. Go ahead.
Kepercayaan, Morrow mempunyai satu kepercayaan. Ini yang paling penting, kerana Morrow tidak mau kita mempunyai satu kepercayaan di mana semua orang nggak bisa, semua orang nggak mau. Kepercayaan ini bermaksud jika kita fikirkan, okey, warga di Indonesia tidak berasa mahal akan produknya. Tapi Morrow berfikir ada di antara mereka yang perlu dan mau dan bisa mendapatkan produk ini. Dan ada di antara warga Indonesia hari ini berdoa, memohon kepada Tuhan untuk menemui satu opportunity, satu peluang untuk merubah kehidupan kita. Okey, beliau tidak berfikir, oh dia skeptikal, dia tidak mahu perniagaan ini. Tidak, beliau berfikir bahawa dia belum faham, jadi saya akan tunjukkan caranya. So, kepercayaan, seperti kita percaya kepada agama kita, percaya bahawa perkara itu bisa dan ada.
So now to answer her question, the question was, how do you achieve duplication? How do you get someone to believe like you believe? That is the age-old question in network marketing. I've said it, Shad has said it, Ross Rule said it, we've all said it. When am I going to find someone who gets it like I do?
Persoalan Diamond Bututik, okay, itu adalah merupakan persoalan yang
I don't know.
Itu merupakan satu persoalan yang sememangnya semua orang tanya, okay? Tapi jawapannya Matt sudah beri, Shad sudah beri, okay? Leader-leader yang lain di sini juga mungkin sudah memberinya, okay?
Yeah. So everyone has that problem. But in the beginning, it's like, I can't believe it. Nobody sees this like I do. You know, that's the thing. But you have to look at what did you do to get to the belief level that you are. To me, it's the basics. You use the product every day. So you build your belief in the product by using the product. You come to meetings. Those of you that came today, that was a smart move. If I'm in a business and I have a chance to meet a person who's one of the top in the world, I would come. There are some people who didn't come today, so that's their mistake. So you're doing the right things. You use the product. You come to the meetings. Go to the big events, like whatever you have to do. I would make it to the VAC in Taiwan. So you use the product, you go to meetings, you plug in with your upline leaders, and you attend the major events.
Jawapannya sama seperti tadi ya, okay? Ingat 3 perkara, okay? Yaitu assignment, kan? Yang kedua follow up, yang ketiga bawa ke event yang besar. So seperti anda semua hari ini, teman-teman semua hadir di sini merupakan sesuatu yang kejayaan bagi diri anda kerana kita bertemu dengan mereka yang berjaya. Okay? Bagi mereka yang tidak hadir, sangat sayang kerana mereka tidak mendapat ilmu dan sesuatu yang baru untuk perniagaan mereka.
And also I would say that I learned this, again, I'm always learning. I listen to at least a half hour a day of personal development every single day. I go and I hear other speakers talk. That now in the United States, the big thing is the YPR, the Young People Revolution. And I was interviewing one of the top young people, Bryce Madick, recently, and I kept trying to ask him questions, trying to find out something that he was doing differently. And he basically said, the secret is there is no secret. It's really, there's no secret. You just have to do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes. If your people aren't signing up, don't blame the product. Don't blame the pricing. Don't blame the economy. Don't blame President Obama. Or maybe blame. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your wife. Look in the mirror, okay? And the best way to get better results is become a better you. That's it. They say this business is a personal development business with an opportunity attached. So you can make excuses or you can make money. You can't make both. So just constantly be getting better, constantly plugging in, learning, talking to people. Talk to more people, and eventually you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You will stumble across the right person. But it's a matter of having the right mindset and then taking consistent action and never quitting. The people who do that succeed. The people who don't fail. Very simple. Try to translate all that.
Setiap hari, Morrow akan mendengar sesuatu untuk self-development. Okay? Untuk menambah lagi ilmu di dalam perniagaan. Dia mendengar CD seperti ini, jadi siapa yang dapat sangat luar biasa. Okay? Dan melihat di YouTube perkara-perkara yang luar biasa. Okay? Membaca bahan bacaan yang boleh meningkatkan perniagaan. Dan setiap hari kita harus jangan berputus asa bercerita kepada orang baru, bercerita pada orang baru. Apabila skill kita semakin meningkat, semakin maju, tak mustahil satu hari kita akan bertemu dengan orang yang benar-benar mempunyai kelebihan, malah lebih hebat, luar biasa daripada kita. Di situ kita akan menjadi seperti beliau, malah boleh lebih lagi.
I don't know how much time we have. I want you to hear from somebody else. But if you ever need another job, I think you have a future as a translator, which you're very good at. It doesn't pay as well. Okay, I still have 2 CDs left, so 2 more quick questions. Nuni.
You have a downline across, like you're in USA and Track2 is in Malaysia.
Yeah.
How you keep communicate and keep them enthusiasm?
Okay.
You understand, right?
Yeah.
And then if they have a problem, how do you support them? How you encourage them? And
Okay.
you share tips and tools. Thank you.
Again, it's a great question. So she said, I have a downline, I'm in the United States, I have a downline in Malaysia. How do I support them? If they have a problem, what do I do? And I mean, the real answer is funny because it was a year and a half that I sponsored Hazrul and Salahin personally using Vemma Builder, and it was a year and a half before I even met them. Okay, and I almost never talked to them. They're pretty much self-starters. Again, maybe I'm just the luckiest person in the world. I don't know, but there's no magic to it. Now, how did I get them? I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on leads, not something I necessarily recommend. Most of my good people come from warm market, but I did take that action, and I did end up getting, I think, 3 good people from all my efforts on online marketing. But these guys are amazing leaders, and the trick is, I think, to sponsor good people. But obviously, I'm always available. If someone asks me a question, I give them an answer. If they need something, I'm there for my people 24/7. I mean, I'm on my phone, I'm on my email, I'm on my Facebook all the time. But this particular group in Malaysia, just I happened to get incredibly lucky and sponsor some great leaders. Want to talk about how great you are? We'll translate that.
Bagaimana Morrow membantu, networknya sepertinya kalau teman-teman mempunyai network di luar negara internasional, Morrow sebenarnya, leader-leader di dalam rangkaian Morrow kebanyakannya 90% daripada kenalan, orang sekelilingnya. Tetapi beliau tidak juga lupa, melakukan online marketing, iaitu Vemma Builder. Dan beliau mendapat Azrul dan Salihin 001 di Malaysia, dan 6 bulan mereka tidak pernah bisa berkomunikasi, tidak pernah langsung tapi mereka merupakan leader yang orang kata berdikari, independen, bukan untuk Azrul dan Salihin. Mereka melakukannya sendiri, teman-teman sekalian. Dan Morrow berkata mungkin beliau bernasib baik, tetapi beliau juga melakukan banyak, mengeluarkan wang untuk membeli leads, iaitu membuat periklanan dan sebagainya. Tetapi ingat teman-teman sekalian, majority daripada organisasi Mr. Morrow datang daripada kenalan. Tetapi beliau juga tidak lupa melakukan secara online, di mana mendapat 3 orang yang luar biasa daripada situ. Jadi disitulah Morrow membantu network yang di luar kawasannya. Morrow jika mempunyai soalan, email, Facebook, Skype, dan beliau akan menjawab. Itu saja.
Thank you. So I'm very blessed to just, I sponsor good people, and I think it's just this, whatever you tend to attract the same kind of energy that you have. So the secret, I think, is I'm always trying to increase my power, my energy, do as much good. I know this sounds trite, but it's really what it is, and I get very blessed to have people like Hazrul and Salihin just attracted into my life. Then, Hazrul obviously in the downline. And then also, the technology these days with Skype is something I use a lot. I do a lot of Skype calls. Like, I have a downline in South Africa now, too, in Cliff Braun. You guys, how many of you are friends with Cliff Braun on Facebook? Yeah, Cliff's a great Facebook guy. So I Skype into Europe. I Skype into South Africa. I Skype into Australia. It's harder in Asia because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. One time I was supposed to do a meeting for him on Skype and I slept through it. Sorry. I still feel bad about that. So, I'm not a morning person, So, okay, I want to bring up my friend, but I have one more quick question. Yes, sir.
I just want to ask about the strategy for the young people with the Vemma, not the first. Okay, thank you.
The strategy for the young people with the Vemma, not the verb. Now again, that's a great question. You guys have like the best questions. Usually there's always those people that want to ask like some negative question. Have you ever seen those kind of people? They're like, let me see if I can just bring the energy in the whole room down. But all your questions are good questions.
Morrow memberitahu bahwa Anda semua hari ini merupakan teman-teman yang luar biasa kerana soalan-soalannya merupakan soalan yang bijak, yang terbaik, soalan-soalannya, bukan soalan-soalan yang sepertinya negatif. Tepukan untuk diri.
I say this sincerely. Like, I love the energy here in Jakarta. This team has good energy. I could feel it the minute I walked in the room. The young people revolution, keep in mind, that's just something that Brad Alcazan made up. Okay, and he just made that up. And it's not so much about verb as it is about a lifestyle. You could have a young people revolution about Vemma. You could say, just change a couple slight words. Because if you listen to the Alex Morton, which is the 13-minute Alex Morton is the Young People Revolution Bible, and he doesn't really talk so much about verb. What he talks about is young people have 54% unemployment and underemployment. Young people don't want to go to a job 9 to 5. Young people don't want someone telling them when they can go to the bathroom. That's what Alex Morton says, not me. Young people want to use technology and make a lot of money, and they like to hang out with their friends. They like to get paid. If you listen, it's not so much about the product. So you could even, if you wanted to go after young people as a demographic, you could do the same thing here. You could just say, hey, young people of Indonesia, why not capitalize on technology? Why would you go and work in some 9-to-5 job when you could get paid to come and hang out with fun people and use Skype and Uvu and Facebook and build an international business and make unlimited income and then not be like your parents, you know, the old people that are dying from heart disease and cancer and diabetes. That's more of an American thing, but you guys look really healthy. Like there's no fat people in Indonesia, but it's like, and so you just switch the word verve to Vemma and better health, and it really could be the same thing. Do you want to translate all that?
YPR, Young People Revolution, seperti yang kita lihat di dalam Facebook dan sebagainya, yang merupakan satu inisiatif sebenarnya daripada Brad Al-Kazim. Okay, itu merupakan inisiatif beliau sendiri. Kalau teman-teman lihat ya, beliau di dalam Facebooknya atau di dalam Facebook downline-nya, Alex Morton, beliau tidak sangat menceritakan berkenaan dengan produk. Beliau berceritakan tentang lifestyle, tentang gaya hidup, tentang apa yang mereka mahukan. Okay? Dan mereka menceritakan bahawa jika kita orang muda, okay, tak semestinya kita harus ikut seperti ibu bapa kita pergi ke kantor setiap hari. Tak semestinya kita harus mencari pekerjaan. Tak semestinya kita harus bekerja di bawah orang lain. Okay? Jadi di Indonesia, okay, mungkin teman-teman bisa melakukan YPR Vemma, okay, dengan Vemma. Bercerita kepada teman-teman yang muda, okay, di Indonesia bahawa gunakan teknologi, gunakan Skype, gunakan Facebook untuk bersama-sama dengan teman-teman yang seusia dengan mereka melakukan perusahaan dan juga mendapat pendapatan sampingan yang luar biasa. Itu yang mereka melakukan. Mereka lakukan YPR itu satu lifestyle, satu cara hidup, bukan menceritakan produk. Jadi di Indonesia ataupun di mana-mana, tiada orang kata kewajiban untuk saya mesti ikut YPR. Teman-teman boleh menciptakan teman-teman punya revolusinya sendiri. Terima kasih. Ya.
Thank you. Good job. There's more that I could say, but what I'd like to do also is have you meet another friend of mine. Again, the success that I have has almost nothing to do with me. It's all about my people. I have amazing people. People that are 10 times more talented, 10 times harder workers, 10 times smarter than myself. I look to sponsor good people. I think that one of the biggest mistakes I see people making in this industry is they go after the wrong people. They think they're going to go and save their broke brother-in-law and get him in the business. It doesn't work. I don't know how this is going to translate, but in the US I say that network marketing is a speedboat for winners, not a life raft for losers. Can you translate that?
Okay, Matt Morrow ingin memperkenalkan teman beliau. Okay, dan ingat, kejayaan Matt Morrow bukan kerana beliau luar biasa, tetapi orang yang bersama tim beliau adalah orang yang 10 kali ganda luar biasa. Okay? Yang beliau ada menyebut di dalam di US, beliau ada menyebut bahawa perniagaan ini adalah perniagaan yang pantas laju, bukan perniagaan untuk menyelamatkan orang lain. Bagaimana ya saya mau letaknya? Itu agak tidak bagus dari translasi saya, maaf. That means, okay, maksudnya jika kita ingin berjaya, kita harus mendapatkan mereka yang mempunyai sama misi seperti kita. Kita tidak mampu pergi kepada teman kita yang malas, yang tiada kapital, yang tiada impian, tetapi kita masih lagi mari bersama saya, mari bersama saya. Kita tidak akan berjaya. Kita harus pergi kepada orang yang mempunyai sama impian, sama tindakan positif untuk berjaya. Ini yang beliau bekerjasama dengan network beliau.
Very good. And people who have, I find that people who have succeeded in everything that they've done in their life, they will succeed at this too. A great coach, American football coach Vince Lombardi once said that winning is a habit and so is losing. So I just say sponsor winners. So I want you to hear from a friend of mine who, like, This guy is one of the most incredible people, one of the best friends, one of the hardest workers, one of the most disciplined people I've ever known in my life. I mean, he's in his 20s, he had his own jet airplane. I mean, he's been friends with Richard Branson. I mean, this guy has traveled the world. He's an amazingly successful person who about 1 year ago went full-time into this business. And I was blessed again to sponsor him, but I was friends with him for 12 years before he joined the business, and eventually he saw that I stuck with it and I had built a nice success, and he recently joined me, and I was so excited to sponsor a gentleman of this caliber. Do you want to say all that?
Matt Morrow, okay, sangat beruntung kerana misi beliau adalah untuk bekerja sama dengan mereka yang mempunyai misi dan fikiran yang positif. Okay, mereka yang ingin menang, yang ingin merubahkan hidup. Dan teman beliau yang akan beliau jemput ke hadapan ini di usia awal 20-annya telah memiliki jet. Okay, telah berkawan dengan usahawan yang hebat di dunia, iaitu Richard Branson. Kenal? Ya, Richard Branson ya. Okay, dan beliau sangat disiplin dan bekerja keras, hardworking. Okay, setahun yang lepas full time di dalam Vemma.
So Shad Sharp, ladies and gentlemen.
Perkenalkan Shad Sharp.
Shad Sharp World Tour starting in Jakarta.
Hello, Indonesia. How is everyone?
Good.
Well, you ready to step up the volume here, Razul?
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, we'll fire him up. There's no doubt about it. Thanks for taking time out of your Sunday to say hi and come out and see Matt. Matt's gonna be a tough act to follow, but I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I keep the business short and sweet, and I feel that that's why I get a lot of success is because of that.
Apa yang membuatkan Mr. Shad excited, okay, luar biasa, adalah kerana ia menjalankan perniagaan ini dengan simple sekali.
So at the core, here's how I'm going to start it out real quick. This is an energy business. You have to be excited. You have to be fired up about what you're doing. Can you feel the excitement that I have right now?
Yes.
All right. So if you feel that excitement, you don't even have to understand what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah, excited tak? Walaupun ada yang tak faham tapi nampak excited ya.
Yeah.
So anywhere in the world that I go, people can feel this.
Di mana-mana sahaja beliau pergi, orang boleh merasainya.
And that's all you have to do all day, every day in this business if you want to build this thing big, is be like this. Get animated, have fun, be excited, be contagious, be infectious.
So jadi seperti ini. Jadi seperti beliau bercakap seperti ini, excited, okay, di mana setiap orang akan tertarik dengan kita, di mana energi yang begitu luar biasa ini.
So a little bit about my story. 16 months ago, Matt and I were having fun. Yes, having fun. Have fun with this. And when you have fun with this, people let down their guard. And a lot of people may have their guard at first when you present it in a different way to them. So I have fun with them, right? And so we're out on Matt's boat, and I had a verb. Because we have verb in the States, you're going to get it here soon.
16 bulan yang lepas, okay, beliau berlibur bersama dengan Morrow di atas bot Morrow. Okay. Apabila mereka berlibur bersama prospek di sini maksudnya, jadi semua orang mempunyai masa yang happy time. So jadi beliau tidak berasa malu, tidak berasa segan bersama dengan Morrow. Dia merasakan seperti kawan, teman yang rapat.
So Matt and I had fun. I tried the product, and I really liked the product and what it did for me.
Beliau merasai produk yang dibelikan oleh Matt dan beliau menyukainya.
So a few weeks later, Matt and I went to Scottsdale, Arizona, because he wanted to introduce me to BK Barreco, the owner, and a few of his teammates.
Kemudian beberapa minggu selepas itu mereka ke office untuk bertemu dengan founder, CEO BK Barreco dan karyawan-karyawan yang lain.
Now here's what's funny what happened next. When I was in college about 15 years ago, a good friend of mine, his father was in this kind of business.
Apa yang menarik di sini, yang mengimbau pemikirannya kembali 15 tahun lepas, kawan kepada ayah, ayah kepada kawannya, temannya melakukan industri yang sama.
And when I went over there, the hair on the back of my neck stood up because I watched a best friend of mine, his father in this kind of business, same kind of health and wellness industry, help create 48 millionaires in 5.5 years.
Semasa di Vemma saat tersebut, beliau sangat berasa teruja, luar biasa kerana beliau teringat kembali ayah teman kawannya melahirkan 40 orang jutawan di dalam industri ini.
So that being the case, I knew I was at the right place at the right time, right company, right product, right people.
Saat itu terus Mr. Syed rasakan bahawa ini adalah masa yang tepat, waktu dan juga saat yang paling sesuai untuk beliau memulakan perniagaan ini.
So I moved roughly 1,000 miles, sold my place in one place, and moved to Scottsdale to be around everybody because I was going 100% with the business.
1,000 miles, berapa kilometer? Beliau travel, okay, ke banyak kawasan, lebih kurang 1,000 miles, 1,000 batu ya, untuk bertemu dengan prospek dan juga business partnernya untuk 100% melakukan perniagaan ini. Itulah pengorbanan yang beliau lakukan.
So the fortunate thing is that I was able to start my own business like everyone here in the States for $500, and then it costs $5 a day to stay in business, which is very important. Obviously that $5 a day so you have product to use and for you to be able to give product to others so you can get them enticed with the business.
Apa yang penting, okay, beliau memulakan perniagaan ini dengan $500, iaitu adalah kita punya silver pack, okay, dan beliau akan pastikan setiap hari, okay, mendapat sekurang-kurangnya minimum $5 supaya apa sahaja pulangan dan juga yang dilakukan kembali kepada beliau kerana saat itu beliau bukan merupakan orang yang mempunyai uang yang begitu banyak.
So I started my business, and in my first month in business, I went gold.
Bulan pertama mencapai 10 cycle.
And how I did that is I introduced it to 15 people, 15 of my friends.
Beliau hanya menceritakan kepada 15 orang teman.
And out of those 15, 5 people decided they wanted to work with me out of the 15.
Daripada 15 orang itu, 5 orang bersetuju untuk bersama-sama beliau menjalankan perusahaan.
I made $10 whole my first week.
Minggu pertama $10 sahaja.
But here's what I did is that I didn't have a story in Vemma that first month. They have it for the first 6 months or a year. So I sold Matt Morrow's story.
Bagaimana beliau lakukan di permulaan, beliau tiada kejayaan untuk diceritakan berkenaan dengan diri beliau, tetapi beliau menggunakan cerita Matt Morrow kepada orang lain.
So if I were you, I know Roswell and his whole crew's here, they're here to support you. Use these guys daily. Figure out how to Skype with them, how to call with them, and use their story. They're having success. It's going to take you 6 months to a year, maybe less, but count on that, maybe a little bit more, to have your own story.
Yes. Jadi gunakan upline ataupun sesiapa yang berada sini yang telah berjaya, saya, Matt Morrow, Share ataupun Diamond Platinum yang ada di sini, gunakan mereka seharusnya dan ceritakan kisah mereka kepada prospek-prospek yang baru. Mungkin 6 bulan, mungkin setahun, mungkin lebih singkat dari itu, teman-teman akan mempunyai kisah kejayaan sendiri.
So first month gold, second month diamond, and the way that I got to diamond was how I got to gold. So all I did is I was getting in front of my people, and then I started getting in front of their people, and I started getting in front of their people, and so then their people. I didn't do a whole lot of big meetings like this at all. This is new to me. I'm actually very, very shy, and I don't like to talk.
Okay, beliau mencapai 10 cycle dalam sebulan. Bulan berikutnya, bulan yang kedua, beliau mencapai peringkat diamond. Bagaimana beliau mencapai peringkat diamond? Beliau melakukan perkara yang sama seperti melakukan 10 cycle tersebut, iaitu melahirkan satu goal leader, satu goal leader. Itu yang beliau lakukan. Dan beliau adalah seorang yang pemalu ya, shy ya, pemalu. Dan beliau tidak pernah lagi menghadiri event yang seramai ini. Beliau hanya melakukan face to face seorang orang dan home event yang kecil sahaja. Jadi beliau sangat berasa teruja dengan anda semua.
So yeah, put a lot of miles on my car. The third month I want platinum, and the fourth month I want executive, and I didn't do anything different. All I did is one-on-ones, home meetings, drove my car to meet people.
Bulan ketiga mencapai platinum 50 cycle, memandu kereta BMW yang diberi percuma oleh Vemma, BMW ya, percuma oleh Vemma. Dan bulan yang keempat mencapai 100 cycle, menjadi eksekutif. Apa yang beliau lakukan? Melakukan perkara yang sama seperti beliau membuat goal leader 10 cycle. Itu saja, iaitu berjumpa dengan orang baru, face to face, buat home meeting, event-event yang kecil. Itu yang beliau lakukan.
So that was month 4, I went executive, right? So we were going very, very fast. Now here's what happened, is my business had to catch up with me because we went so fast at the beginning. At month 14, I went star executive. 10 whole months later, I had to just dig and dig and dig and dig.
Teman-teman sekalian, selepas bulan keempat mencapai 100 cycle eksekutif, beliau melakukan perkara yang sama tetapi tidak membuahkan hasil, tetapi beliau tidak berputus asa. 10 bulan kemudian, akhirnya melakukan perkara yang sama, beliau mencapai star eksekutif 175 cycle dalam masa 14 bulan.
So what's happening now is that we're getting a lot of momentum. Month 16, where we're right now, be presidential, and then push for ambassador.
Sekarang momentum di dalam organisasinya sangat luar biasa, teman-teman sekalian. Dan sekarang lagi 2 minggu, beliau akan fight untuk 250 cycle untuk menjadi presidential dan duduk di black chair Las Vegas Convention. We pray for you.
And I'm not any different than anybody else out here. The big thing is that I want it. I know we're at the right place at the right time. In the United States, this feeling is here, and this feeling is coming over here right now. These guys feel it, and they feel it in a very, very big way. Trust me, it's coming. And this is what, and Matt will really want me to come over here, because this energy is actually bottled up in me, and I want to give it to you. You guys, this is it. It's coming. It's coming hard, it's coming fast.
Beliau merasakan momentum itu datang dengan luar biasa sekali. Okey, jangan lepaskan ia pergi. Fight together, bekerja bersama-sama teman-teman sekalian. Gunakan semua leader-leader yang ada, okey, dan boleh mencapai seperti